The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB-TV.
Whether she's walking the red carpet or doing interviews, you'll find her with celebrities and all the latest news. She's here, she's there, she's everywhere, she's always on the go. So sit back, relax, and get ready, 'cause it's the Corey Taylor Talks Show.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Corey Taylor Talks, live from Las Vegas, the #1 teen talk show. I am really excited about my guest today because they make like the most delicious things I've ever had in my entire life. And they're so sweet, and they're helping such an amazing cause too. I mean, you really couldn't ask for anything better. I mean, it's just phenomenal, and I cannot wait to tell you about it. So we have the Curly Top Baker with us today.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for having us.
So why don't you tell people a little bit about yourselves and then what it is exactly you do, because I mean it's just amazing.
Okay. Well, we started out just baking cookies as a hobby for every party in town. Every time that there would be a birthday party or a shower, I'd bake cookies. School events, soccer events, just started baking cookies. And then really just started to see the need around us, and started using the talents to bake for the homeless.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you started this whole business too, and then on top of it, all the part of the proceeds go to feeding the homeless, correct?
Correct.
So what made you even come up with that idea? Because we always talk about like homeless is such an issue and stuff. In Vegas too, especially, it's a really huge problem over here. So what made you think about doing the homeless and stuff, and how did you get involved and actually start doing that?
We actually started by wanting to teach our children a little bit about what they should be grateful for. And so baked some cookies, started out working with Nevada homeless youth, and that was an eye-opener to really hard to see so many youth that were homeless. An eye-opener for my children to see that as well. And then that just led into expanding throughout the Las Vegas Valley. And so they just know what's out there now. Now they don't take anything for granted. Cookies are always available for them in the cookie jar at home, but now they're able to actually share and understand that it's something to be grateful for.
Absolutely. You know, and I think a lot of people sometimes, there's a stigma around homeless and stuff like that, but truly, everyone is just one step away from being there. Anything can happen, a major crime, anyone could absolutely end up in that situation, and it's scary. And a lot of these people, they're normal people, they were hardworking, they might have just lost their job, they might have gotten into, but their whole life is screwed up now. So people like you going out there and helping them, I mean, that's a really big thing, and it's awesome.
Well, it's actually changed our lives tremendously. Our team goes out every week. We bake these cookies, gourmet cookies. To them, it's a luxury.
Absolutely.
They don't usually get homemade cookies to them. They'll get, a thrown bag of cookies to them, or old stale stuff from grocery stores. But literally, we bake the best for them. We hand them out, and they can tell that they're made with love. These connections with these people have opened our eyes to see that these are just normal people. They're they're friendly. They're the most generous people around. They're funny, and they have made the best of the surroundings that they're a part of. And really, it's blessed us. That's why we keep going back. It's more of a blessing for us to give, really, to then receive anything back. But I feel like I receive every time I go. There's not a time that I don't get in the car and I'm filled with tears, because these people just move me.
Oh, I'm sure. And let's talk about these cookies too, because oh my goodness. Okay, I love cookies, and so I'll eat any type of cookies, but I will tell you, these are like the most phenomenal cookies, like truly the best cookies I've ever had in my life. And yes, please bring them out.
Yes.
You could just tell by looking at them, like, how beautiful they are. And, like, oh, my gosh, I can't even explain. Until you actually try one, I can't even explain how good they are. And they come in this cute packet. I mean, you really can't beat anything. So,
okay, so.
Yes, they are delicious.
So I made you a box of the chocolate chunk original.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
This is for you.
I am so excited.
And then this is just a sample box of just some of my favorites.
Yeah.
I don't know if you like bacon. Do you like bacon?
Yes, I do. I love bacon. Yes.
Okay.
I think everyone's in the
Right?
bacon
Like,
craze
who
right
doesn't
now.
like bacon, right? Well, I threw it in a cookie.
Oh,
So it's a
awesome.
chocolate chunk
Interesting.
cookie with bacon in it. It's delicious. It's a great sweet and salty feel.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I have a s'mores cookie and a birthday cookie and an M&M cookie as well.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah.
Oh,
So you can try them.
like, guys, I'm freaking out right now. I'm so excited. And you really, I mean, just look how delicious they are. I mean, I'll take out one right now. But I mean, look at them. I mean, they're amazing. And oh my God, until you try them, I really can't explain how good they are. I mean, they are just, and I will tell you, my mom is the pickiest person when it comes to cookies. And I was like, you have to try this because I'm telling you, it's the best cookie I ever had. And she had it, and she was like, oh my God, these are the best cookies I've ever had. So you come from a person that loves cookies and a person that is super picky about their cookies, and they'll both tell you that these are like the best cookies truly ever, and for such a good cause. I mean, how much better can you get?
Right. Yeah, so we've expanded. What we're looking to do now is Angela started the nonprofit, the Helping Feeding the Homeless. We're turning that in the last 6 months into a business. And our goal really for the business side is really to help expand our reach with the nonprofit side. So the corporate side help make some money to be able to then turn that around and turn it back into not only, again, feeding the homeless here in Las Vegas, Angela mentioned here locally, but we're looking to really expand West Coast and nationwide and partner with other organizations that, again, not just take it beyond just Las Vegas. So we're really excited about, broadening our horizons and expanding upon just, again, started here, but again, we are in touch with a number of other organizations that are interested in partnering and working together.
Yes.
And so that's where we're really launching the company side to then expand. And again, our goal is, again, really to make an impact in Las Vegas and beyond.
Definitely.
Right. There's so much bad news out there right now.
Exactly.
You hear, you turn on the radio or the news, and all you hear is just bad news. And so what I wanted to do in our business motto is just to bring a little bit of joy.
Yeah.
Just by a cookie. It just seems so simple, but these cookies truly aren't just a cookie. We've kind of expanded onto our motto as with the hashtag of more than just a cookie, because we feel like anybody can make a good cookie, but
not as good as yours. Not as good as yours.
But it's more than just a cookie. It's love behind the cookie. It's the experience. It's the joy that's brought. It's the memories that have been created through a cookie. There's been several times that I have personally handed these cookies out, and our homeless friends will start crying, and they'll remember that their wife used to make these homemade cookies, and just for a second they're eating the cookie and tears are coming down their faces, and they are like, thank you for reminding me of my wife just now in eating a cookie. I mean, those kind of stories just draw me.
Of course.
And there's just time and time again with speaking to these people, you just realize that a cookie brings joy. I mean, for people that like to eat too, foodies, right? That brings joy to us as well.
No, of course.
But for someone that doesn't have the luxury of a cookie at their fingertips, it's just been amazing.
I'm sure, and and like you said too, you always hear like, oh, baked with love, but you could tell you really do care about your cookies, and they all of them were top quality. They all were perfect. I mean, it was absolutely amazing, and I actually want to talk about how I even found you guys, because okay, so we were as you guys know a lot, I do a lot of the red carpets for the Oscar suites and stuff, and you guys were handpicked to be there at the Oscar suites. That right there should tell you everything. And,
that was amazing.
And all the celebrities and stuff were talking about it. They were all like, oh my God, these cookies are delicious. Like, they were all stuffing their mouths and they were being interviewed. Like, I have to get rid of this, but it's so good. And I mean, really, everyone there just loved it. And I'm so happy I was able to see you guys, too, because usually I'm stuck out there. But I had my manager go around and stuff, and she's like, oh, my God, Corey, I found the best cookies. And so, I really, it's so cool, and and everyone there loved it, and you guys were hand selected to be there, so that's an amazing thing.
Some people ask us too, what makes you stand out? What makes your cookie different than others? And for us, it's all about providing the freshest quality ingredients. They're made from scratch. There are no preservatives in the cookies, non-GMO, so they last. Your typical cookie will last in a grocery store a month, maybe longer. Right. All preservatives. Ours will last at a shelf life about 6 to 7 days.
Gotcha.
Because no preservatives. So we'll make them the day of, and we'll ship them out the same day. Right. We ship throughout the country, but now it's actually going international. We've got some military folks who have reached out to us.
Oh, wow.
And so we're shipping them overseas.
That's
now
awesome.
as well.
Yes.
So it's really exciting to be able to do that. But again, our goal and our passion is to provide the freshest cookie, and obviously you can be able to taste that freshness when you eat them.
Definitely.
So, again, that's what sets us apart really from another cookie company or another typical cookie. But we're just excited about, again, making an impact really at the end of the day.
Oh, definitely. And you know, honestly, my whole show is about the whole positive thing and stuff like that. And really, that's kind of why I really wanted to do this too, because all you hear is about bad news. And it seems to get worse and worse literally every single day. And this is such a positive thing. And we're really helping people's lives and changing people's lives. And exactly like you said, it's just a cookie, but it's not just a cookie. It's those memories, and it's a luxury thing. And they're usually, some of them are picking out of garbage cans and stuff like that, or they're at those 1,000 people. They give them the worst food ever. It's amazing they're giving them food, but they're just eating just to eat. And so this is a really amazing thing for you guys to do. It leaves me speechless. When she told me the whole story, I was like, oh my goodness. How incredible.
Well, and these people have become our friends. To be honest with you, it was kind of hard to go out to, we serve at Sunset Park, and it's kind of hard at first to go out and meet these people. We were handing out the cookies, and then it was it. And to be honest with you, they know who's there for them, and they know who's there to just put in time. And so time after time, every week we kept coming back. And then they started knowing our names. And then they started, now they come, the minute that we get there, they come to the car to try and help us to get the stuff out. We sit with them, we feed them. We actually work together with another nonprofit called Goodness Gracious Ministries. They have a big food truck. And so they make food for them. It's so awesome. Really cool stuff that we make there in the kitchen for them. So the cookies go along with their warm meal for the day. After we serve them the meal, we'll go and we'll sit down with them at park benches. They teach us how to play cards. They've taught us how, just in general, different things. You start and sit there, and you really find out why they're homeless. There's so many vets out there that are homeless, and I'm thinking, these people served and gave their life
should be treated
up for us,
like king.
And they're homeless now, or they're disabled, or a lot of battered women out there that were just trying to escape a really bad relationship and now have no one. Their family turned from them. So all of these stories collaborate, and so then you make this connection of a cookie, and you sit there and you think, gosh, this cookie brought about this friendship that would have never been around had it not been for our team to go out and meet them. So now we kind of just all joke around every time we see each other. They're like, what kind of cookie are you going to bring for us now? There's one of them that, I'll bring the bacon one, and he's like, I don't like bacon. They get all picky now. And I'm like, oh yeah, now you're a picky guy, huh? But it's just this really cool relationship that we have with them now, that they can trust us. And the times that we're not there, when we were at the red carpet, they were cheering us on. They were like, we are so excited for you. And I said, you know what, when I come back, this is all for you guys. Eventually what our goal is to expand this within the Las Vegas Valley, and we'd love to have a tiny home community for them all. So in going to these shows and being a part of red carpet events and that sort of thing, our goal is just to expand the awareness of what's around them. So many times we drive by and we don't even look. We don't even, blink an eye. We think that the guy on the corner is just a scam artist. Yeah. And we don't even give it a second thought. You're right. And we pull into our nice houses and close the garage doors and go about our business. But we're not really expanding out to see what's around us. Exactly. And so that's what these cookies have done. Yeah.
No, and let's talk about expansion and stuff too, because I really hope this will help bring more attention to it, and exactly the events you're doing and everything. But companies too out there, I mean, how can they go about getting your cookies and stuff too? Because that would help a lot. I mean, Starbucks, if you're listening, or anyone like that. I mean, your cookies aren't that good, so you can make them better.
I love it.
The best place to reach out to us is curlytopbaker.com. All of our information is on there, our contact information to reach us there. And we love to work with you. We love to talk with you more about potentially working together. We are already in coffee shops. We're in some of the larger casinos here in Las Vegas, some of the retail outlets. I'm working with a number of other retail outlets as well on the West Coast. And our cookies are starting to pop up there as well. So it's exciting as the word is getting out. And the the interest level is there. It's exciting. So we're obviously looking to, again, partner with more companies all across the country. Right. And so curlytopbaker.com is the best place to connect with us for that. So.
Awesome. And yeah, I mean, really, it's so cool. And I bet you have some incredible stories too. Like I mean, just like the little bit you mentioned was just, do you have I'm sure there's like a bazillion. Do you have like maybe one story that really stuck out to you in your head or something like that? I'm sure there's a million.
I do, and I'm gonna cry because they all move me.
Right? I'm sure.
As it gets cold here in Vegas, there's not a night that goes by that I don't think about these people. Right. When it's hot in Vegas, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about these people. There is one particular lady that I have made contact with from the get-go, and her name is April, and she is just the sweetest lady ever. And right away, there was just a connection there. I didn't know why, but it was just, we clung to each other. Yeah. And April is just super smart, just a really good friend, and she always gives some type of advice, and we'll talk about my cookies, but I found out early on that April lives in covered dumpsters because she doesn't want to be raped. Oh my God. There's a fear of that. We brought early on blessing bags with razors and smelly lotions and shampoos, and she said, why would I want to shave my legs? That'll just make me marketable. It's a defense mechanism. I don't want to look pretty. I don't want to, And I thought, gosh, this woman is so beautiful. She's so beautiful inside and out, but she's covering herself up because it's just survival mode, And so she lives in covered dumpsters, and I'm thinking, wow. Yeah. And she is just so blessed. Every time we come, she's there with a smile. She gives hugs. She clings onto it. She just had a birthday a couple weeks ago, and we had been at the Oscar event, and I had missed it. And so when I went back the following week, I had brought her a box of our birthday cookies, all wrapped up, and I got her a card. And I'm telling you, it was probably a 20-second hug. She would not let go of me. She started crying. She says, this is the most beautiful gift I've ever received. And she's told me, she says, I took one cookie per day, and I ate the cookie because I didn't want to forget this experience. Right. She says, I savored it. And every time I read your card at night, right before I went to sleep, and I thought, my gosh, it's a cookie. It's a box of cookies that I would give to normal friends, with a card. Right. But for her, it rocked her world. Yeah. And it really showed her that someone was there to care. Exactly. I wasn't there to sell her on anything. I wasn't there to promote myself. I wasn't there for any other reason but to celebrate her birthday that day. And so there's so many instances, and I honestly, he's been telling me, you need to start writing all of this stuff down, all of these stories. People, you know,
write a book about it.
Right.
No,
I talked
for real.
to my friends about it. And I mentioned to a lot of the celebrities that we met there on the red carpet about these stories, and they were moved to tears as well, because it's just things you don't think about as a woman being homeless.
No,
you just don't think about, what do they do? You know, it's hard on anybody, but a woman, I feel like I connect with and I understand. And so for her to get a box of cookies for her birthday, that was the only gift she got. And the only card she got, and the only acknowledgement that she was feeling from a friend at that point. So that was just, that moved me.
Incredible,
But it's, you know, every time that we go around, as we were driving to the studio, you know, just seeing them, I'm aware of them everywhere. And I never used to be. And now it's like, oh, what's his story? What's he doing? Where's he sleeping tonight? You just want to take them all in, you know? And I really hope that the message comes across, that more people will be aware of the homelessness. You know, for us, it started out just as a cookie, just baking, using our talents, using our abilities. But for anybody, it could be anything else, anything that you're good at, that you could share with the world, you could share with someone in need. Just makes a huge difference.
And, you know, I think that's what makes you guys so special, too, because a lot of people... they are, I mean, everyone, we know homeless exists and stuff like that, but you took it a step farther, and that just shows what amazing, truly people you are on the inside. And I mean, you are very, very talented and stuff, and exactly, you're using what you're blessed with to help other people, and I mean, that's just absolutely incredible, and it's truly been an honor to have you on, because I mean, I don't think anyone could see this and not want to buy 1,000 boxes of your cookies. I mean, really, it's amazing, and it's life-changing, and it's not just a cookie. I love that slogan, too. It's completely true. You couldn't get any more true, so.
More than just a cookie.
More than just a cookie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. And please, where can people go and find it and help and buy cookies, and once again, companies that want to help or get it?
Well, we're on Instagram at Curly Top Baker, and our website is curlytopbaker.com. 20% of our proceeds goes back to feeding the homeless.
That's amazing.
We're looking at expanding, like Mark had said, expanding onto the other territories as well.
Definitely.
You know, there's homelessness all around us.
And LA, too, is literally like one of the worst places in the country. So, I mean, that was perfect, too. You have Beverly Hills, but then you have literally
just
the
across
wealth
the
and
street
poverty.
from the red carpet.
Exactly.
I mean, they were all there.
No,
like,
it's true.
I wish I would have had more cookies just to hand out during that event. But it's been something that's more than a business to us.
Yeah.
And again, all orders can be done online. Again,
awesome.
curlytopbaker.com. We don't have a storefront. We are working through commercial kitchens right now, and we'll see if that expands down the road. But right now, everything's done. All orders are done online as of now, and we'll see where that goes from there. So.
Oh, yes. Okay, we're going to have a call. Give me one moment.
Sure.
All right, so we have a caller. So, caller, you are live with Corey Taylor Talks.
Hi, Corey. This is Nikki, your publicist, and I just have to say that I was, of course, there with you on the red carpet.
Yes.
And I was going around getting the stuff for you while you were interviewing, and I've told you this before, but I want to tell everybody on air. Not only are they truly, truly the most delicious cookies I've ever eaten in my life, and I am as well a very, very picky person. The owners were just unbelievably, remarkably wonderful. Like, you could just tell they were such good people on the inside and outside. And I, after, I knew their story at the red carpet, but I challenge everybody that's listening to you, to go out there and like, the lady said, make sure, like, as you're driving down the street, just take an extra glance at, we're kind of in auto mode when we drive down the streets and we don't pay attention. Look on the side of the road and see those people and realize, once again, like you said, Corey, we're a paycheck away, mostly all of us, from being in that position, and blessed not to be. And anybody that's out there, any kind of help that can give these people help, because they're helping, any Whole Foods, anything like that can go out there and carry these cookies. I'm telling you, not only will the sales be amazing, you'll be helping the homeless, and everybody says they want to help people. So let them put their money where their mouth is, literally, you know, with the cookies and helping out the company itself, because they're just amazingly wonderful. And one advice I want to give you, maybe they can actually spell out the Curly Top Baker, because when I was looking for them, I know there's similar ones that are spelled, you know, R-L-Y and A-L-Y, and there's bakery, and so maybe they can spell out everything so when they look for them, they don't get confused, because they are above and beyond any other cookie I've ever eaten, and the people themselves, the owners, are just wonderful, wonderful people who are blessing lives. So I just really had to call in and tell you guys that.
Yeah, and it's
That's
true.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, thank you for calling.
Thanks.
And, yeah, no, it's completely true. Everything she said was just, and it's true. So yes, Curly Top Baker. Spell that out, I guess, everyone, because it's true. Yeah.
CURLYTOP Baker BAKER.com.
Perfect. Yeah, and everyone, please go check it out and do everything you can to support it. If you're just a person, that's making a huge difference. If you're a corporation, that's making an even greater difference. Sure. So please help them out in any way you can, because I mean, it's a phenomenal thing, and I'm sure it will be, like, it's already going international, but I'm sure it will be just bigger and better as the days go by, because it's such a phenomenal thing. And the cookies are incredible.
I say they're guilt-free. Guilt-free. So you're taking a bite of the cookie, right? And you're helping the homeless.
Exactly.
So like,
there you go.
There's you're forgetting your diet. You're forgetting the calories, and you're just like, I'm helping the homeless. This is awesome.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for being on. I mean, truly, just amazing people on the inside and out, and your cookies are amazing, and what you're doing is amazing. So
thanks for having us.
Thank you guys so much. And thank you guys for watching. Please, once again, go check out everything. In any way you can possibly help, do help, because it's changing lives. So thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, never give up, always believe, and you'll achieve. Thank you, and God bless.